Guys will not believe what I've discovered. Is this the goddamn NBA 2K27 gameplay trailer? I also have a deep question for you guys, man. Is the 2K community stuck in nostalgia, or do they have a point? We are going to divulge in it and get really in depth. There's going to be a lot of education for you NPCs, you non-functioning brains. You will be enlightened. Wake up, fix your ego. Listen, y'all be sure to turn on the notifications if you want some more NBA 2K27 updates to help you out without the throat hugging, double twisting on the knees, mouth wide open, none of that, okay? Now, firstly, this guy right here, he's posting these gameplay trailers, okay? Y'all have sent me this. He's saying, first look, NBA 2K27 gameplay trailer. This is just his mods, I don't know why every year it be getting y'all, but I don't know, man. And by the way, showcase, follow me back. Now we got NBA 2K tweeting, gameplay trailer and roadmap reveal tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern. Y'all be sure to be here, okay? Come to my stream, Lord Baby Hulk on Twitch. Okay, you see, that's my name. Go follow me and we will be reacting to it live, okay? The all-knowing swamp. It ain't just gonna be no double twisting. You know, you wanna hear the real about the gameplay trailer. Now, we're gonna get into some more NBA 2K27 updates, but I would like to talk about this, man. So we got Modern War Negro talking about this guy's 2K tweet, man. I want y'all to hear this.
You are under spells. What don't you understand? But to make matters worse, you're giving corporations ideas, new ways to rob you? After y'all sit on the internet and complain that gaming is inaccessible, gaming is too expensive. So why are you giving corporations new ways to rob you?
Now, he is dumb for saying, make everybody start all over and then 100 to build. God damn. But this would never happen when it comes to 2K. There's so many sponsorships. They're a yearly game. They're not like COD. COD has competition. 2K has no competition. It's a goddamn monopoly. It comes out yearly with a damn sport. It's unstoppable. And they have sponsorships in each of these yearly games. So there's no way they would turn on the old servers because every new 2K will be done. Simply because the gameplay's too peak. Nobody would play these new 2Ks, but that would be amazing, you know. COD is a completely different situation.
First part is this stuff is rooted in nostalgia. Let me tell you what's gonna happen.
It's not rooted in nostalgia.
Let's say they do remake these games, 2K14 to 16. Y'all gonna hop on the game for like an hour or two. You're gonna have fun, and then you're gonna say, wait a minute, this doesn't hit the same. And do you know why? It's because a lot of your friends that you used to play with back in the day, they're gone. People have moved on with their lives. They grew up, and that's what you need to do. But y'all got Peter Pan complex. Grow the. And you know the worst part is these be the same gamers talking about, oh, gaming is dead. There's nothing to play while you're actively asking for all that. The Black Ops port was great, so let's remake 2K. And matter of fact, let's give the corporation a new way to rob us. Get a rip, man.
So here's why what he's saying is completely 100% wrong. And also, if you believe I'm wrong, you can debate me live. Anyone. Any normal person, creator, you will lose effortlessly in anything, okay? Anything you want to debate, you will be effortlessly destroyed, okay? I'm gonna lay it out for you. Drake now versus Drake back then. Which was better? We all know it was Drake back then. Kanye now or Kanye back then? We all know Kanye was way better back then. It's not nostalgia. We have to stop with these cliche talking points. It's very lazy. It is extremely lazy, and it's just catering to the negative 1% casual. Anyone that actually played these games in the past, they know the truth. Not just you were an NPC back then. If you actually understand the mechanics of the gameplays, you will understand it's not nostalgia. Just like the same with Drake's music, Kanye's music, Lil Wayne's music, so many different artists' music, right? We talk about how great Drake used to be. Is that, oh, just nostalgia? No, there's reasons why. There's certain types of music. Just like in 2K, there's certain type of gameplay mechanics that are not here anymore. They don't exist anymore. See, a lot of these people who spew these talking points, they don't understand any 2K. And it's not no, oh, I'm a comp player. Oh, I'm a no lion. No, I barely play the game. I'm just him. Barely playing the game, beat the greatest on the game. Dog out 2K League players, several 2Ks, greatest to ever touch the game. Barely playing the game. But anyone that understands these old games, understand there's certain mechanics. There's certain mechanics in the dribbling. There's certain animation cancels. There's defense, lateral quickness, responsiveness, certain type of animations. They don't exist anymore. The movement in every single 2K, it's drastically different, but the cliche that said is, it's just a roster update. It never changes. You guys are just buying it every year and the gameplay never. They don't even understand 2K, but they keep talking about it. In games I don't understand, I don't talk about. I don't have opinions about. These guys do not understand 2K. They're negative 1% casual. They play with they people. They're negative. How does a negative 1% casual, how do they even understand 2K? The defensive mechanics in 2K16, they don't exist. They don't exist. So how's it nostalgia if we want that defense back? The bumping, the lateral quickness, the making people fade, the strong contest. So many different 2K16 dribble animations don't exist anymore. The canceling animations, just like 15. 15 was completely different from 16. Those dribble animations, the canceling, how they move, it's completely different. It doesn't exist. That would mean it's not nostalgia. If you could bring up hundreds of different things that don't exist anymore to why you want a gameplay similar to one of these 2Ks, that means it's not nostalgia, guys. Something you could say something's nostalgia, oh, Mario Party, something like that. But when you spending hours on a game, you understand the intricacies, guys. Multiplayer gaming is getting cooked because of these story mode, negative 1% casuals invading gaming. Story mode games are becoming peaker and peaker. But multiplayer gaming, they're over catering to these bots, making their games worse, just like music. Do you not understand? Rap is getting worse. This is a objective fact. The skill, the elegancy, they're catering to these bots, these losers, and all music is getting worse. This is a fact. And in R&B, the R&B don't even exist anymore. The peak R&B from several different eras, it don't exist. That means it's not nostalgia. Do you get it? Do you guys get it? The 2000s R&B, the 90s R&B, it has not evolved or gotten better. You guys not understand? Things don't always evolve and get better, guys. Sometimes it deteriorates because they're trying to cater to everyone and it's making it worse. It's not, oh, it's nostalgia. Rose tinted glasses. Oh my God. Guys, use your brain. Not everything gets better in life, guys. Some things do, some things don't. Now, I brought up several things that are irrefutable. This is the same when it comes to 2K and a lot of multiplayer games. They even say it with the fighting game. I'm not too much into fighters anymore, so I can't even speak to that. They say it with a lot of the shooters. They're cooking them. SOCOM doesn't exist anymore. One of the hardest skill gap games ever. It don't exist. Games like SOCOM don't exist. I'm a vet, boy. SOCOM 3, SOCOM Cabana, they don't exist, right? All multiplayer gaming is getting cooked. That means it's not nostalgia, guys. If I could bring up hundreds of different things that I want that were in these older 2Ks, that would mean it's not nostalgia. I was a grown man. I'm old as hell, okay? I understood these things. I used to be ranked #1 on game battles, okay? I'm not just some NPC. We all have a waking up stage when we start to understand games more. A lot of people who played these games back then, they didn't understand that. They were just like NPCs, or they just got on them casually and they just don't understand them. People wake up at a certain year or 2K and they start to understand the game more, right? Sometimes it takes people like 5 years or hella years, or 15 years, but then you start to understand it. The people who touch these older 2Ks and they're not saying the same type of stuff as me, we're bots, guys. Anyone that actually played these games, they say the same things. And the only reason you would be against what I'm saying is if you woke up on a later 2K and you started to understand it and then got a little better or something like that. So I hope I gave enough information to where it makes sense why someone would want older 2K gameplay mechanics or for 2K to be inspired by. It's just like with the parks. It's not nostalgia. They had the best parks. You saw when they finally brought them back after years of people asking for it. People was like, wow, these parks are beautiful, right? Parks don't really matter, but I'm talking strictly gameplay stuff. Now, he also retweeted this, crying at the 2K community wanting 2K14 and 16 ported over. I mean, dog, they're the greatest 2K games to exist. You can understand that this guy was a negative 1% casual. If you're asking for old games to come back, that tells you the state of your franchise is trash. We all know it's trash. That's why we want to play those old games, because they were way more fun. They need to stop buying VC first. Who can mass control millions of people to stop buying VC? I don't know, but asking for something peak, that's one of the greatest games ever, multiplayer games ever, whatever, wanting that, I don't think that's stupid. And people be acting like they not a part of this type of stuff. Literally the whole world is constantly watching remakes of Spider-Man non-stop. Remakes of all these old remakes of the same story. Even though there's limitless amounts of stories, they're watching and supporting remakes of the same story. Y'all that are criticizing all these nostalgia people, you're still going out there and you're buying all these nostalgia this, nostalgia that, watching all these nostalgia movies, these reboots. You're participating in it. They don't gotta get creative. They can just keep remixing. New actor. Y'all are still participating in it. Even though you know that it would be a lot better if they really bounced into all these peak stories that they truly have. Spider-Man, they keep doing the same story. They do this with a lot of movies because the public don't demand better. We got iPod talking about some nostalgia too, man. I think he probably saw his video, so he wanted to jump in. I thought maybe iPod might have been an enlightened one, but let's see.
There was 8-foot Derrick Roses on the court. You want me to go back to that? You want me to go back to it?
You gotta be talking about 2K11 or something like that. He's talking about a glitch. How does a glitch represent a whole game? What are we talking about? Can we get better, like, real arguments against things? Of course, it could sound good to negative 1% casuals. The majority who never grace these games are just complete bots. But to people that actually play these games, know what you saying is cap.
Until you jump and now you got 4 fouls in my crew? You want me to go back to that?
How old is my crew? I don't even know why he's talking about my crew.
Stop playing. I don't want nobody to ever ask me to go back and play a shit, bro. Orange juice. Don't know what I had to go through to get that.
So
he's talking
about my crew. So he gotta be joking because he's not really talking about nothing. Maybe this is a short clip, but not every 2K is the same. We rank these 2Ks. Even though we could call this 2K trash, there's levels of trash. There's levels of good. 17 still better than every 2K after it. So is 16, 15, or 14. It ain't no, my life was the best back then. Games were better, and it could be proven. There's hundreds of different things. I could literally get in a call with anyone and show them hundreds of different things that are gone. They're different. That would mean it's not nostalgia. If you can show direct things, how would it be nostalgia? If you want those direct things that don't exist anymore, how is it nostalgia? I don't get it. If I want Kanye West to make certain types of music that he used to make, how is it nostalgia if I love that music? I'm still bumping it. You could literally get on 16 and dribble and you could see it don't exist anymore. It hasn't. It don't. Like, how would it be nostalgia if you prefer something? I just don't get it.
They never played mellow? For real? They never stepped up to Rudy Gay knows in the trenches? You know what that pain like? You kidding me? I wish you would go up against a crazy Bradley Beal today. Bradley Beal used to.
So we got February on 2K15. He made a post, okay? I'm gonna speed up the video. I want to show you guys something, okay? Can we use our brains, guys, instead of just saying cliches, man? Usually when people say cliches, they're usually wrong, guys. The bot majority opinion is usually wrong, man.
So it's too much to touch up on.
So
one thing I would like to see in 2K27 is dribble postures being back. Got low, upright.
Look, this doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. After this 2K, it never existed again. So is it nostalgia? It doesn't exist, guys. How everyone looks on 15, it doesn't exist anymore. How everyone looked on 16, it doesn't exist. So is it nostalgia?
It don't even have to be called this, you know what I'm trying to say? But I want to see a change. Either go back to what we used to have, which was clearly better, in my opinion. It's not nostalgia, but I can go ahead and download 2K16 offline right now and see.
It's simple IQ. I don't know if this game and stuff is IQ thing or it's a you not caring enough so you don't learn about it to understand it, or you're not competitive enough to learn about it so you understand it. But I don't know what it is. I'm really trying to study it, why people can't get good at video games with no time played, because I can get amazing at games and be better than 70% off the rip, barely touching the game. I don't know what's going on.
What I'm talking about when it comes to dribbling animations and everything, and y'all would agree. For the boys that already know, bro, go ahead and like this post though, because we gotta somehow, some way get 2K to really understand and realize that a dribble posture is better than a dribble style that controls your speed boost and your burst out of moves. But if y'all don't know, dribble style controls damn near everything that you do and how you dribble, how fast you dribble, and everything. I feel like it shouldn't be that way. I feel like that should be tied into your ball control and your speed of ball. That's number one. When you got crossovers, right? You got crossovers behind the back.
All these crossovers, the way you could come down at certain speeds in the court, on the court, it doesn't exist anymore. You guys not understand? The momentum crossovers, in 14, 15, 16, they were all different in all three of them between each other. Now at 17, they started to become very ineffective compared. You used to be able to do a basic momentum cross, which took way more everything, and they used to be effective. Kill combos. It doesn't exist. That would mean it's not nostalgia, guys. Do you not understand? That means it's not nostalgia. Do you not get it? If a move moves at a certain speed, at a certain smoothness, at a certain angle, and it don't exist anymore, and you want that back, that would mean it's not nostalgia, guys. Do you not understand that? It's very simple to understand. This is for the ISO
Then there was a
crossover.
series of crossovers in one singular, crossover package. So crossover 3, crossover 2, it would be different animations. There was
multiple animations in one animation. Stuff like this don't exist. There's so many different intricate pauses now. You cannot cancel out of so many different things. There's so much freedom has been stripped. So how? Again, I have to keep stressing this because these bots don't understand and they keep spamming these cliches. It's so ignorant. What is wrong with it? I don't understand. When I don't understand something, I don't talk about it. You don't understand it. How can you talk about it? You're horrible at the game. How can you talk about something that you're not good at or even decent at? It doesn't make sense to me. I'm not saying you got to be the greatest, but you guys are just incompetent on the game. You don't understand how to do anything. Nothing at all. It doesn't make any sense.
fast crossover up the court. It was a standing crossover, a crossover between the legs. Now you can't even do a standing crossover that's tied into the crossover. A standing crossover will be tied into like signature size up or something like that. So what I'm saying is there's different animations that's categorized weirdly and categorized the wrong way, I would say. So for example, the behind the back, you have a running behind the back and you have a standing behind the back. That same standing behind the back right there would be tied into a signature size up. So in a sense, that can only be triggered if you were trying to do a signature size up. Now in these 2Ks, it's when you flick to the left, flick to the right, down to the right and left. That's how you would trigger a signature size up. When back then you would hold R2 and flick up to trigger that signature size up, which you can actually.
Almost all moving behind the backs are completely horrible and unusable now. There's specific moves in 2K15 that don't exist in other 2K. Like the oh my god, some of my favorite moves ever. You guys don't understand it. I could go and show you the moves. I don't feel like doing it, but because there's no point. But it's just like, stop. I don't get it. And yes, I do play different games, guys. I'm not no 2K, no life. I barely play 2K. I'm just him, right? But not just some multiplayer guy. I play different games, always have, okay? This is known. I literally go live playing different games all the time, okay?
Combo out of, do hesitation moves out of and stuff like that. Look at that right there. Boom, that's a standing spin right there. That's a standing spin. The standing spin that you were getting out was like some slow shit. It's trash now. You know what I mean?
Garbage.
Now look at the six size up. This is a real signature size up. This is 10 years ago. Look, boom. All you gotta do is hold R2 and flick up on the right stick. But guess what? The beauty of this is you can combo out of this. You wasn't.
This is what a lot of people don't understand. In these older 2Ks that these guys keep, you're having a midlife crisis. Oh my god, where'd it go? Guys, y'all do not understand. Goofy, you don't get it. You could come out of so many different angles quickly. This made it to where the meta was more vast. You could compete with the meta playing realistic in these older 2Ks. Now you have to play meta to compete versus them or you're fried. You can't do no, but you could do it back. So it's literally better for every little cheesers, the comp guys, the sim guys, the super casuals. It's better for everyone on all facets to have gameplay that's inspired by this. You guys can't call something dumb that you don't understand. How about you guys download the game, get a dribble tutorial from these older 2Ks, learn the moves, dribble around, figure it out, and then compare it. If you're not willing to do that, don't even speak about it. If you're not capable of doing that, don't even speak about it, guys. You can't understand.
Stuck, you wasn't clunked out, you wasn't uncontrollable. If you wanted to do this, you were gonna do this. So what I'm trying to say is I think 2K should categorize these moves.
And also, in these newer 2Ks, you have to come out of a certain particular angle only quickly, or you're gonna be moving in molasses and hella slow. In these older 2Ks, you could come out of several different angles. It created so much different individuality. It made it more fun for everyone. I don't understand how you could hear me talk and it don't make sense to you. I don't get it.
From their name. If it's a crossover, put it into a crossover. If it's a behind the back, put it into a behind the back. I feel like 2K shouldn't put a signature size up as the name, but I gotta do crossovers in the behind the back or standing behind the backs to activate it. To me, that is just trash. I'm gonna just be honest. Jeff Teague was another famous move in this game. This is an ISO size of inside out. So how you would trigger this is by holding R2, and if the ball's in the right hand, you'll flick to the right, and then they'll do a series of moves. This was tough. You can burst out of this as well to the same side.
And you could come out of multiple angles quickly.
everything. You got ISO size of cross. This is what I would say would be the escape today. Because if the ball's in the left hand, I would essentially hold R2 and then flick the right stick to the left. And this is what an escape is today. The escape, which is an actual escape. As you can see, my players moving back. Let's go to guard 1 real quick. This is a real move. This is what an NBA player would actually do. This is exactly how an escape should look. An escape should not look like somebody spamming Kimball Walker. That should be an ISO size of cross. The moves categorized now are just categorized weirdly and categorized wrong. But if you want me to be honest, there's a plethora of things. Like you can even choose your contested jump shot animation, which
You guys see this? This doesn't exist, guys. There's also other things in these older 2Ks. You could have different moves going to the left and different moves going to the right. Like you could have a different spin for the left and a different spin for the right. A different cross for the left and a different cross for the right. It's gone. It's lost technology. It was more advanced. It's like the goddamn pyramids. But it's not nostalgia. You guys not... Why do people... I just don't get why people talk so confidently about things that they don't understand. It gotta be some type of weird ego psychology thing, right? It make no sense to me.
I used to use Curry in 2K16, but it was animations that were categorized.
The hop, oh my God. Oh my, hop jumpers, especially on 16, they don't exist like this anymore. The Curry hop jumper in 16 don't exist no more. So if you prefer this hop jumper and it don't exist anymore, how is that nostalgia? You prefer the normal 3 hop jumper from 16 and it don't exist anymore. How is it nostalgia that you want this back? The 17 hop jumpers, how you used to come up out of them and it was the quickest speed boost to come out. They had their own type of hop jumpers. You know, you do your little, you hit your, right? If you prefer those, if you prefer them type of rhythm dribbles, they don't exist anymore. You can't come. It doesn't exist. So that means, how is it nostalgia, guys? If you legit prefer these older things, how? I just don't understand. When will we wake up? When are people gonna wake up?
The correct way in animations that made sense and were actually real animations. People just chained them together crazy where it looks glitchy, but I'm gonna be honest, this is the best and greatest dribbling system we've ever had. The second I'll probably say is 2K19, but hey, if y'all
can see, everyone understands. Only a bot will say something that everyone that understands the game and they're not just like low IQ, they understand what he's talking about. They get it. I don't know. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about everything, man. Now, apparently they're doing a boycott on PlayStation. Y'all let me know if y'all are participating from August 23rd to the 30th. And this is why. What? This is what, look at this. SOCOM, Twisted Metal. I was just talking about this. Oh my God. SOCOM to me is the greatest game ever. SOCOM Cabana Assault is the greatest game to me ever. I wish that I could get people to really make that game come on PlayStation. SOCOM 4, SOCOM Confrontation, it was trash. But SOCOM Combined Assault, the game is, there's too much skill gap. It can't exist in today's era, but real SOCOM heads, they understand. But I would love for them to do whatever port stuff that to SOCOM. I mean, God damn, I would literally cry. I would cry, real tears. People used to lose their wives. They used to call this game so crack. People would lose their lives. They would be skipping work, skipping school to play this game. Unheard of stuff. I'm sure other games, but it was like, if you was like in this community, you understand. If y'all SOCOM heads, if y'all know, you probably don't be like, oh my God, is that Swante? I'm a legend in SOCOM. I ain't going top 10 all assault rifle kills, him, not them. 2.5 KD, unheard of, right? But look, game battles, #1 every season. At 94 win percent every season. Dogging them out. Him, not them. But people would lose their relationships. People was doing all this weird e-dating stuff on this game. Just so much stuff. It was nuts. I've never played a game as good as SOCOM Combined Assault. The community was peak. The game was so fun. You people will never understand. But y'all let me know if y'all gonna participate, man. Apparently this is 2K27 to 2K26 for Wemby. Y'all let me know if he just cherry picked the worst image for Wemby.
On 2K27 versus on 2K26.
We got 2K Lab with Jaylen Brown
and D Rose on 2K26.
Y'all think better? The 26 definitely looked better, maybe to me. Jaylen Brown, what y'all think? They got NBA The Run on sale. Y'all be sure to click the video on the screen. You want to hear about some NBA 2K27 gameplay updates that you have not heard nowhere else.
But hey, here we go again. Yeah. Here we go again. People talking this, but when this hit the fan, everything I'm at made me. Now break it down. Yo, off the top of the dome.